My last video was about Power Cocktail, and I mentioned that Power Cocktail is basically basics and Activize combined. In this video, I will talk about the effects and results of Activize. So the video topic is Activize, Amazing Effects and Results. Before I talk about Activize, let me first talk about the blood vessels, blood, and cells in a body. Every cell in a body needs oxygen. The blood vessels in a body transport blood, and the red blood cells in the blood transport oxygen. However, although it is good if oxygen is sent to cells 100%, there are many cases of when it's not. Nutrients required in cells need to be delivered too, but this also is not done 100%. Nutrients and oxygen combine to create energy, but lack of oxygen causes incomplete metabolism. Incomplete metabolism is like when you're trying to make fire and there's just smoke and no fire. Human body gets incomplete metabolism due to lack of oxygen, carbonic acid gas, fatigue material, and free radicals generate in a body and cause inflammation. All cells in the human body can either die or turn into cancer cells if oxygen decreases 35% or more. In other words, lack of oxygen provides cause for creation of cancer cells. So, why are there incidents of lack of oxygen in cells? One cause would be disorder in blood flow, which is supposed to transfer oxygen. Blood flow disorder cause decrease in oxygen supply, and lack of oxygen lead to decrease in red blood cells, which result to decrease of oxygen transfer to cells. Blood flow disorder can also cause high blood pressure. The reason for giving hyperbaric oxygen therapy to cancer patients is since the blood flow problem cannot be resolved right away, large amounts of oxygen is directly injected into the body to provide high oxygen supply. To improve blood circulation and to provide oxygen, Activize is the best choice. One reason is it follows the principle called NTC. Activize is in powdered form so that you can just add water and drink, thus making it absorbed quickly, plus giving the high absorption rate. It has all 8 vitamin Bs, from vitamin B1 to B12, and has the ideal ingredients combination, not one being too much or too little. Moreover, vitamin B complex is all water-soluble, making it absorb faster than fat-soluble nutrients. In other words, with high absorption rate and fast absorption, Activize, which can also clean blood vessels, contributes to providing oxygen to cells where and when they are needed. Because of such effects, many people experience their skin turn red 5 to 15 minutes after drinking Activize. Such skin turning red phenomenon is called the flush effect, and it naturally disappears about 30 to 40 minutes later. This is due to vitamin B3 niacin absorbed by the fast and high absorption of Activize. Niacin reduces cholesterol and has various effects like relieving upset stomach, improving blood flow, providing emotional stability, and improving metabolism. The Activize ingredients says niacin is included. There's actually a big difference depending on what kind of niacin compound you have. Niacin is also called nicotinic acid, and it goes straight to the liver once taken in. Nicotinamide is also called niacinamide. Some people take niacin instead of niacinamide to treat hypolipidemia, but it goes straight to the liver, making it heavy on the liver. On the other hand, since niacinamide is more effective on cleaning blood vessels, it gives less burden on the liver. Thus, to follow the NTC principle, it is likely that Activize has niacinamide, not niacin. So think of the niacin in Activize as niacinamide. Blood vessels can expand after taking an Activize. Our body excretes a kind of amino acid and organic material from fat cells responding to inflammation called histamine in order to activate a defense system. This kind of skin turning red, itchiness, pimples indicate that you have inflammation in that area or your clogged microvessels are opening. An accompanying phenomenon to this flush effect is the related area or the entire body feeling a mild fever. This is due to the mitochondria in cells making energy by being provided with oxygen and nutrients. This energy flows through the body and your blood flows smoothly. People who take Activize in an empty stomach, who are thin, who have relatively good elastic blood vessels, can have more noticeable frequent results. But people who are taking aspirin will have less flush effect. Niacin in Activize can reduce cholesterol, but an even greater effect is removing the sludge that is knotted with red blood cells. Sludge residue cannot pass through microvessels, not having smooth provision of the red blood cells needed in the body organs, thus having oxygen deficiency. Niacin changes the nature of cell walls of red blood cells and prevents them from sticking together, thus providing blood and oxygen through the microvessels. To sum things up, Activize contributes to providing oxygen to the cells in a body by having high absorption rate and fast absorption and cleaning blood vessels. Flush effect is due to niacinamide or niacin expanding blood vessels, improving blood flow, so you can relax and take it with no worries. And Activize removes sludge and improves blood flow, providing oxygen to all the cells in a body.